Hi, I'm Kenny Selcer. I'm going to talk about improvisation today. This is one of my favorite subjects. I love to improvise and improvise. Improvisation is not just jazz. It's in every kind of music. You can play licks, you can learn riffs, but you can also improvise over whatever comes your way. And of course, the more you know, the more lyrical, melodic, complicated, or interesting your improvs will be. But you can improvise if you don't know that much. You know, you can improvise over 3 chords, major chords, and still sound good. So, you know, let's say C, F, G. You know, you can just do anything. You go C, F, G, right? Easy as pie, easy as pie. So basically what I did was, these are C, F, G, 1, 4, 5 of the C scale, the major chords, and you can just play a C scale over it, or C pentatonic, you know. And each time I switched the chord, you know, I switched to that chord in my mind, in my fingers. So I would do C, F, G, back to C, G. Basically, that's all you really have to do. You just have to be aware of the chords you're playing, where you are in the song, and what rhythm you're trying to play, or what style. You can, you know, obviously do hybrid styles. You can do anything you want. And you can, not sure what a lot of people use for terminology, but you can surround the chord. I like to say surround the chord. So if you're C, you can, and then go to F chord, and G, you're sounding out the chord while it happens. So C, F, G. You can hear the chords while they play, and that's kind of an inside sound. You know, you're not playing really an outside thing like some jazz thing or some freeform thing. You're playing within the chord structure, and so people who are listening to this kind of music can recognize the chords if they're into that, or just make it accessible for people. You can do a lot of things. You can do arpeggios, you know. Arpeggios. More arpeggios. G. Back to C. Arpeggio. You can also you can play the C scale over the chord, so you're just playing all the notes. You can also do chromatics. That's chromatic thing right there. In this instance, I'm playing on the 5th fret for the C. There's a C triad, C triad, C triad, C triad, all over the place. And G is right here, is G note. This is the root. Down here to the 4th fret, 3rd string, that's a B. So you can kind of target those notes, you know. So target F to the 3rd of the chord, which is A in this case, to G, for the G chord, back up to C. So that's improvisation, basically. You know, you can do anything. A minor. E7, F, C. So let's say 1 bar piece. that just for improv. You can just play any progression, hear what's happening. In my case, I'm hearing the chords because there's no chords behind me, and I like doing that. It helps me become aware of what I'm doing while I'm playing. So I don't need the chords in the sense I can kind of hear the chords. You need to develop that over time, or you just study that and just so you know this is what you're doing. You know the chords, or A minor is happening for one bar, F is happening for one bar, and so on. You can just work it out. You can also, once you get more into this, you can, for instance, A minor to E7th, you can do harmonic minor. A harmonic minor, because E7th is the 5 chord of A minor. So you just kind of integrate that into your playing. So A minor to A7th, E7th, A harmonic minor. But you can keep it basic, you know. A minor is basically arpeggio with one extra note. E7th. So that's a good ear training exercise, isn't it? Where you hear the chords and you keep it happening in your mind. Big thing about this is you got to keep the rhythm happening really strong, so there's no lag of time, and start slow. You know, just do it one bar piece. F, G, arpeggio is a really good thing to do. So you can use that in African type music. You can use that in jam band kind of music. You can do that kind of thing a lot. So practice by learning where you are in the song. Pick a progression, pick a song, and just know the song and hear the chords in your head. And play the notes of the chords while they happen. Just keep the rhythm going. You can tap. You can do whatever it takes to keep the rhythm going, and you can start slow. So improv is not a mystery. You just keep it simple. Don't try to play a lot of notes, unless that's where you're headed. You know, you could play a lot of notes. But you don't have to do that. You can keep it really simple. You know. Keep it simple until you get the hang of it. So improv it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Start off with the basics. So there you go. So go practice. Again, I'm Kenny Selcer. Thanks for listening. Take care.